And then I saw people with some signs screaming, Benedict Cumberbatch, Benedict Cumberbatch. And I was like, what is that? So I got on my phone and Googled it because I had no idea what Benedict Cumberbatch was.
Then the pigeon comes over, he waves the wand over my toilet, he's like, yo, your stuff is fixed, here's a complimentary Vocalosity CD to say, sorry, I didn't fix your toilet the first time, it's muddy.
Hi everyone!
Hi.
You're supposed to say hi.
Hi.
Hi, my name is Cheeyang and this is James C. Jones and this is...
I'm Nattalyee Randall.
As you know her from the past two videos of her being absolutely crazy, so she's back! Featured in a cameo in James's video. Anyway, so welcome to the 4th episode of Apex Meets Vocalosity, and we are actually chilling in our hotel in Winona, Minnesota today.
Minnesota?
Minnesota. And we just watched the presidential debate.
We did.
What did you guys think? Alright, instead of talking about the presidential debate, why don't we talk a little bit about James?
I was born in Tacoma, Washington, but I've done a lot of moving around, and now I'm in Boston. I moved out to Boston to work in a cappella, and then I heard about an opportunity to audition for Vocalosity, not too far from where I lived. So I was like, why not? I'll go audition, I'll give it a shot, and fortunately I got in, and now I'm here with these lovely people. If I am not getting the opportunity to perform, I drive Uber. It's a lot of fun, it's very therapeutic, calms my mind. I am also currently in the middle of building my own a cappella project that I've been working on for the last year called DeFi. You'll be hearing big things soon.
Hashtag DeFi.
Yes. And how I got into a cappella was I saw a group come to my high school when I was in 12th grade. It's also how I started singing in the first place. I started singing my senior year of high school, and it was because this really awesome a cappella group came and did this assembly there, and I was like, I think I'd like to do that when I get
What group was it?
Yeah, what group was it?
There's a group called 5 O'Clock Shadow who coincidentally was also based in Boston. I caught the a cappella bug like big time right after I graduated. And I just started looking for opportunities to sing a cappella professionally. And then I found one, 2,500 miles away in Boston. I was like, yeah, I'll pack up and move and go to Boston so I can sing a cappella for a living as opposed to working my bartending job that I had at the time. And that's what I did. And
Life Stories with James C. Jones.
Yes. That was too long, wasn't it? I'm sorry.
So today we're gonna play a storytelling challenge, and both of them are like, what the is that? The storytelling challenge goes like that. So you're gonna start telling a story, and then we'll just shout out words, and you have to use those words in the story.
Are there any rules?
No rules, nothing is off limits. No dramas is off limits!
Because, I feel like something like this, there would be a huge temptation to keep using adjectives.
Okay.
Maybe?
Well, we'll see how it goes.
We'll see how it
If
goes.
someone keeps using adjectives, I'm going to say something.
And the purpose of this challenge is just to have fun.
Aww.
So alright, here we go. Natalie, you can start.
Okay. One day I went to the store to go buy some
Pineapple.
eggs because I wanted to make a pineapple upside down cake. And so I got this cool recipe from my mother, and
Fudge.
she was like, okay, so one of the special ingredients is fudge. So you have to make sure to get fudge for this pineapple upside down cake. And I was like, okay. So then I actually happened to bring my pet gerbil with me, and she was getting really swirly in my bag, and I was like, okay.
Tamales.
Let me just give you some pet food. I didn't have any, and there was a tamale stand inside of the grocery store. Weird, I know. And so I was like, well, let me just get one of these little free tamales they're giving out. So I grabbed a tamale for my gerbil. It's a drug. For my gerbil. And when she ate the tamale, she was starting acting crazy, and I was like, whoa, my gerbil looks like she's on PCP right now. Like, this is like
Breaking Bad.
What?
Breaking Bad.
Really intense. And so I was just like, oh my gosh. And then I looked over.
Dirty draws.
Wait, she needs to incorporate Breaking Bad first. James! Okay, continue.
Okay, there was a TV
Sorry.
playing Breaking Bad, and this man was standing in some dirty draws. And I was just like, oh my gosh, what is happening right now? Because my gerbil is freaking out because she's eating a tamale, which she shouldn't be eating. And it has PCP in it. There was a TV playing. I was in Utah, by the way.
Grapefruit.
But playing Breaking Bad with Dirty Draw showing. So I was like, let me get out of here. And as I was getting out of there, I tripped over a grapefruit that someone threw on the ground. So I'm like tripping and rolling on the ground over this grapefruit.
Pajamas.
My gerbil fell out and then rolled over into someone's pajama shirt that they were wearing. And they are freaking out. And I was like, oh my God, like, let me get my gerbil out of this woman's pajama shirt. So I ran over there and like got my gerbil out of the pajama shirt.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
And then I walked out with my gerbil and I was like, okay. And then I saw people with some signs screaming, Benedict Cumberbatch, Benedict Cumberbatch. And I was like, what is that? So I got on my phone and Googled it because I had no idea what Benedict Cumberbatch was.
Selena Gomez.
And it came up and it was like, Selena Gomez loves Benedict Cumberbatch. I was like, well then I guess I must love Benedict Cumberbatch too because I love Selena Gomez and Wizards of Waverly Place. And so I walked out the store with my gerbil and I walked through this crowd of people who were screaming Benedict Cumberbatch. And you know what? Then I got robbed and I yelled, someone is robbing me. Robbery, robbery. And so then the cops came over. Luckily they were standing there and they came over and helped me. And I actually gave them my gerbil because I didn't want it anymore. And I don't believe in animal abuse. So they took my gerbil and then took it to a local shelter. And I was able to go home without the gerbil.
Silverback.
That's it!
Ah!
She finished the story. That was a really good story.
Thank
and
you.
in the middle of the story, she had to reiterate everything that happened in the story. So that was actually kind of interesting.
Impressive.
Very
Took
impressive.
Improv 101.
Yes! Congratulations. I'm the only one clapping for you, so. Alright, it's James's turn.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Alright, here we go.
Can I say the first word to him?
Yeah, sure. We'll just trade.
Alright.
You go.
Okay, once upon a time, I woke up from a long slumber,
Pastel.
and I went to my closet. I was like, what am I going to wear today? And, you know, I go there, and I don't really have a whole lot of colors. But I did see this dope pastel pink shirt that I had in there, so I threw that on.
Toilet water.
Went outside. Okay, I didn't go outside.
You went outside.
I went outside. And, you know, I was just peeping my lawn, making sure everything was good, but I noticed there was a leak that was, you know, in my house. I saw, like, this trail of water running down there, right? So I was like, I wonder what's causing that. So I went back in my house, and I saw a leak in the kitchen. I was like, what is this water coming from? So I go upstairs.
The word is toilet water.
I'm about to get there. So I was like, yo, this is some toilet water or something, you know? Just, this is bogus. So, you know, I started trying to fix the leak, right? And I'm
Trix.
like, I don't really know how to fix a leak. So I called the plumber up, and, you know, the plumber was like, yo, I'll be there in 10 minutes. So I go back to my kitchen, and I pull out some Trix out of my cupboard, and I start eating them. And, you know, I'm just chilling.
Harry Potter.
Waiting for, you know, the plumber to get over there. So the plumber finally gets there, right? And, you know, he doesn't got a toolbox on him. I'm like, yo, how you gonna fix it? And he's like, with magic, dude. You see this wand I got? Like Harry Potter-ish, you know? So I'm about to fix your toilet with some magic and stuff. So he goes back up to my toilet.
Mud.
And he waves a wand over it. And he's like, yo, your toilet's fixed. And I'm like, and he goes away. So I'm like, yo, my toilet's fixed. It's dope.
You're supposed to incorporate the word.
I'm about to.
It's taking forever.
It's been like 10 seconds. So I flush the toilet, make sure it works, and I'm like, and then this mud comes up, and I'm like, yo, you didn't fix my toilet, though. You did not fix my toilet. You said you was going to fix my toilet. You didn't fix my toilet. I'm on the phone with it. And he's like, don't worry, I'm going to fix it. I'm sending this carrier pigeon over. He's going to inspect your toilet for you. It's going to be magical. He's got a wand with him and everything. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. So then the pigeon comes over. He waves the wand over my toilet. He's like, yo, your stuff is fixed. Here's a complimentary Vocalosity CD to say, sorry, I didn't fix your toilet the first time. It's muddy. So then the pigeon leaves, and, you know, all is well. Toilet's fixed. I got my Vocalosity CD. We good. We done. Day's over.
Day's over?
Okay.
All Alright, so that's all that we have for this week's episode of Apex Meets Vocalosity. You can follow Nattalyee on Instagram and James on Instagram as well. It's not going to be above your head. I'm going to put it right here.
Okay.
and yeah, follow us. Also follow Vocalosity at Vocalosity Tour. And you can check out our tour dates. We're going all the way through February. And I will see you next week.